learners, welcome to e-education Let's Crack NIOS. We are doing chapter 4 for class 10 of the subject English, that is 202. This the subject chapter name today is tall trees. Think of some tall trees you have seen. You find them in villages, in gardens, on the roadside, in towns, in forests, and on mountain slopes. And maybe you even have one such tree in your courtyard. Have you ever observed trees carefully? Have you noticed how trees silently offer care and protection to all? Read the poem to find out what the poet thinks of when he looks at tall trees. He imagines them to be watching, sheltering, and peeping like human beings. The objective of this lesson is to read and enjoy the poem, explain the theme of the poem, pick out the words ending in similar sound at the end of lines, explain how words ending in similar sounds add rhythm and flow to a composition. Identify personification. Explain how personification adds a new meaning to the poem and relate it to the world of humans. Feel the strong presence of nature everywhere and recognize the values of caring and protection as expressed by nature. We'll start with the poem Tall Trees. With their feet in the earth and their heads in the sky, the tall tree watch the clouds go by. When the dusk sends quickly the birds to rest, the tall trees shelter them safe in a nest. And then in the night, with the tall trees peeping, the moon shines down on a world that's sleeping. This poem is written by Eileen Matthias. Now let us understand the first part of the poem. By saying that the trees have their feet in the earth and their heads in the sky, the poet conveys to the reader that the trees are very, very tall. The poet looks at the tall trees and feels that they are standing and watching the clouds as they pass. Do you notice that she also describes the trees as if they were human beings with heads and feet and even eyes to see things around them? Why does the poet compare the tall trees to human beings? Does the poet see some other similarity between human beings and the tall trees? Maybe she feels that some human beings are like the tall trees that are strong, tall, and powerful. Like the tall trees that have their feet in the ground, these empowered human beings are humble, kind, and caring towards those who need their help. Do you know some tall trees in the rainforest can be more than 100 feet tall, but most of the tall trees around us in India grow to a height of about 40 feet. The following are accepted as the top 3 tallest species of trees. That is coast redwood, that is 379.1 feet in California, USA. Australian mountain ash, that is 326.8 feet in Tasmania, Australia, and coast Douglas fir, that is 326.1 feet in Oregon, USA. The oldest human planted tree with a known planting date is the Sri Mahabodhi sacred tree in Anuradhapura, Sri Lanka. It is 2293 years old. This tree was planted from cutting of the original Bodhi tree in Gaya. The cutting was carried by Emperor Ashoka's daughter Sanghamitra to Sri Lanka. It takes 100 years to 3000 years for a Bodhi tree to grow fully. There is a picture here of the Bodhi tree at the Sri Mahabodhi temple. Now we come on to part 2 of the poem. The poet gives an integrated picture of nature in the stanza. In the evening, the darkening sky drives the birds to the safety of their homes in the trees. In this way, the different elements in nature complement each other to provide comfort and shelter to the birds. And the part 3 of the poem, the evening changes into the night, and by the light of the moon, the trees stay awake to keep a watch over the world as it sleeps. The poet sees the tall tree as her protector and guardian. in whose care we can sleep safely and soundly without any worries. Do you know trees are an integral part of our world? There are a number of poems about trees. One such poem is given below. A tree stood so strong on top of a hill. It was majestic and handsome, gracious if you will. It was a shelter to some, to others a toy. Just to be with people brought the tree great joy. This poem is written by Lawrence Sari. Now we come to the appreciation part where we are going to speak about personification. When we speak of a thing as if it were a living being, it is called personification of that object. For example, when we say walls have ears, we speak of walls as if they were living beings with ears. When we say fortune smiles on those who work hard, we give a human form and smile to good luck. We apply human qualities and feelings to something that is not human in order to create a clear and vivid picture of that object or idea. Personification expresses the qualities of the personified object as human qualities and relates it to the world of humans. This adds intensity and clarity to an expression. Poets often make use of this literacy form. You will notice that the second and the fourth line of each stanza in the poem ends in words that end with a similar sound. The similar sound lends a flow and a rhythm to the line and make them catchy and easy to remember. The similar sound at the end of the line is called a rhyme. The pattern of rhyme varies from poem to poem. Poets create rhyme schemes of their own choice for their desired rhythm. So, what we have learnt in this chapter or in the poem, Tall Trees, the poem presents an integrated picture of nature. It is a harmonious world where various elements and objects of nature like the clouds, birds, day, night, and moon work in close association and without any disagreement. It is a pleasant picture of selfless care and protection. The tree provides shelter to birds and guards the world as it sleeps. They do not ask for anything in return. The trees are tall, but they are not proud of the height and stature. Even the small birds are dear to them. They love them and protect them at night. Human beings who are tall and powerful like tall trees should also be humble and caring like them. With this, we finished the chapter 4 of 202, that is English, Tall Trees. If you have any doubts, please do join our Telegram and WhatsApp group, and you can contact us there, or you can leave a comment in the comment section below. You can check out the description box for further information regarding more videos and about any classes or any doubts relating to NIOS. Thank you and have a good time learning with e-education. Let's crack NIOS. See you in the next chapter.